You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. Two local educators from the Taylorville School District have been invited to share their expertise at one of Illinois' largest technology conferences. K through 4 technology integrationist Don Reiser and instructional coach Kara Thomas will present at the Illinois Education and Technology Conference, or IETC, held November 12th through the 14th at the Bank of Springfield Center. Sponsored by the Learning Technology Center of Illinois, the annual event draws educators and leaders from across the state to explore new ways of integrating technology into the classroom. Reiser and Thomas will highlight their work using technology, coding, and hands-on learning across the elementary curriculum. Their session was selected as a spotlight feature in the conference's marketing materials, placing their work front and center for attendees. Learn more about the Illinois Education and Technology Conference by visiting ltcillinois.org/IETC. You can also find additional information at their Facebook page. As temperatures begin to drop, events in Shelby County will keep people of all ages entertained. The Shelbyville Office of Tourism does its part to help organize and promote these events, with the aim of bringing in high attendance. The Dirtworks Mountain Bike Festival gets the latest series of events underway, with Scarecrow Days and Balloon Fest to follow. Freddie Fry is the director of the Shelbyville Office of Tourism. She says Dirtworks, which runs from September 19th through the 21st, will appeal to fans of mountain biking and trails in general.
They'll be exploring the local trail systems because we have Camp Field, but then here on our end, we have the General Dacey Trail. So very popular, fun weekend. A lot of people attend, and I think it grows more each year. So.
Yeah, there'd be even 3 local bike shops or area bike shops that are going to be there. So if you have issues with your bike, you'll be able to take care of that weekend as well.
Yep. And you missed if next year, if you register early, you receive a shirt when you show up. So a little late for that this year.
And then that's something they would get a hold of the Corps, or who do they get a hold of for that?
Yeah, the Corps will know about it. If you go to our website, we probably have it on there, and we'll link through to the information.
Good idea.
So, or if you want to pop in, we have the flyers in the rack.
The annual Scarecrow Days Festival sees Shelbyville decked out in, you guessed it, scarecrows. Saturday, October 11th, is the day to visit for said event.
I don't have the flyer yet for Scarecrow Days, but I'm sure that will be upcoming. So keep your eyes open for that. But they have a flyer for their car show during Scarecrow Days. So that's October 11th, downtown Shelbyville. And judging is 11 a.m. and awards are at 12:30. So that's kind of fun. Just a little more to add to Scarecrow Days.
Absolutely, and not to get ahead of the chamber because they do a good job of promoting other things, but obviously the typical stuff for the Scarecrow Days, but it sounds like maybe the West End might be tying into that a little bit as well.
Yeah, they're starting to do more of that where they have vendors both locations and maybe some activities. And that's kind of nice because you get to see the whole town rather than just part of it.
Overlapping with Scarecrow Days is Balloon Fest at Lake Shelbyville. It's scheduled from October 10th through the 12th, and the first evening sees the balloons get lit up, along with food trucks and live music.
Well, we've been working kind of together with this for how many? Are we like, we're going to get it up there, 12, 15 years?
Yeah, easily.
Easily?
Start
Yeah.
off up there,
So,
up there at Eel Creek.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, you can't miss the balloons. So it's one of those events. Even if you don't mean to see a balloon, there's a chance you're going to see a balloon, and they're glorious. So on Friday evening, they kick off the event at Willow Ridge, and some of the balloons, sometimes it's just a couple of, maybe a few. We never know on that, but they'll inflate and do a short glow if the weather is permitting, and they will have food trucks and entertainment by the Josh Holland Band, and sunset is 6:23. So, but their event kickoff is 4 to 7.
Saturday is a step up even from Friday, as there will be more special guests, vendors, and even more activities.
But it's still fun to come out and take a watch. Sometimes they will try to fly, if it depends where they're taking off from. If they're target is the airport, you're gonna see the crews take off. Some people actually follow the crews just to help assist, and so it's fun. I've kind of aged out of that because it's like carrying balloons is no longer in my wheelhouse. And then Saturday night, of course, is our big glow. And we have all kinds of activities with that. There's things for the kids. The fire department does their cookout. We have several vendors. We have a DJ. All kinds of sounds will be there. And the best viewing of the airport, is going to be, people start gathering.
The Shelbyville Office of Tourism is located at 315 East Main Street. It's between the courthouse and the railroad tracks. More information is available at lakeshelbyville.com or by contacting them at info@lakeshelbyville.com or at 217-774-2244. Freddie Fry appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. The Central A&M School District is beginning the new academic year with a balanced budget. Earlier this week, district leaders approved the new budget. Despite typical difficulties with revenue and reduced federal funding, the school district looks to move along with projects that are already in progress. They're also hoping to make improvements to the traffic setup at the high school. Superintendent Sasha Young played a major role in the budget negotiations and also the potential traffic projects on the horizon. She herself raised some of the underlying concerns surrounding the start and end of the school day, along with softball games.
This is year 3 for me. In the last couple of years, I've had a lot of concerns about parent pickup and drop off, and just kind of like the chaos of the flow of traffic in front of our Mowequa building. I've also had some concerns brought to me about parking for softball games. As you know, if you've attended a softball game at Mowequa, you notice that most of the cars are parked on the street or in the grass between the Gregory Intermediate Playground and the softball field, which probably isn't the best place to park either. So we did start talking about maybe solving both of those concerns with adding a parking lot kind of to the campus, more of a opportunity to make a better flow for both the school day as well as some of those softball events that we host.
As for other projects at district schools over the summer, many of them are complete, while others are almost done.
So we have our AC project was completed. The library and the all-purpose room were able to stay cool in this last little bit of a heat wave. Our roofing project has been completed at the Mowequa campus, and we are, I would say, in swing of our door project. We're just waiting on shipping and delivery, right? We're at the mercy, just like everyone else, of getting those products. And then once those doors come, we will work through that project the rest of this first semester and have all of our new doors on the Mowequa campus hopefully by Thanksgiving, I would say, or Christmas at the latest. But the plan is to just work that door by door so we can keep the building secure through the project. And when it's all done, the whole building will be more secure and more safe and look amazing.
Young is happy with the district board as they put together and passed a balanced budget, but acknowledges that rising costs could increase and create issues in the future.
We're feeling great. Obviously, being mindful of our spending is super important to us, right? And making sure that we don't take on anything that, we can't afford. So it is a balanced budget. We are doing fine. And we're just always being mindful of what we buy and making sure we're getting the best product for our money, And those expenses are always climbing, right?
Yes.
Salaries increase with the cost of living, and even like copy paper and toilet paper and all of those costs, are increasing, just as you would see it as a homeowner or, as a family that budgets. You see those costs rising. And so it's also rising for school districts.
The middle school is celebrating some sporting success. That's because the softball team just qualified for the state tournament. They begin the competition in Normal on Friday morning.
Yep. So they have really had an amazing season, and Friday they get to showcase that in the first round of state at Normal. So we're really excited. Yes, it's always fun. It's always fun to celebrate our Raiders, whether it be academics and curriculum or extracurriculars or organizations or clubs that they're involved in. We always enjoy celebrating our kids.
Find out more about the Central A&M School District at camraiders.com. Sasha Young appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by First National Bank of Taylorville. The Master Gardeners at the University of Illinois Extension want to help you handle the recent dry weather when it comes to gardening. The dry and hot conditions in recent days are a strong contrast to the frequent rains in the spring. The particular weather now, along with the general inconsistency all through 2025, can make successful gardening quite difficult. Fortunately, the Master Gardeners are always on hand to provide their insights. In addition, they, along with the Extension as a whole, have several fun educational events on the horizon. Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein are among the Master Gardeners. They remind gardeners to take care of themselves as well as their garden amid these conditions.
Get up and do this work early in the morning when it's still as cool as it's going to be through the day. Be sure you get that watering done and any other chores that you want done. It's really difficult. I mean, I haven't mowed in 2 months probably.
Yeah.
There's just, also
No
consider that, because if you keep mowing, you're going to scalp your lawn and hurt it. And at this point, I'm not even certain how well seeding lawns is going to go this fall.
I've got to do that.
Oh,
So
dear.
I've got to wait
You got to
till,
figure this out.
well,
huh?
just a spot where
Mhm.
I took down a big oak tree, and that oak tree landed in my yard
Oh, good.
and and just really played
Havoc.
made
Yeah.
made a big holes.
And as for what to do next, that depends largely on what is forecasted. Even Podesky and Klein are still figuring that out for themselves.
I may
Yeah.
be not trying
Yeah.
to grow grass till later on in the fall.
Right. I mean, I think you can probably sow grass seed in this area, especially if it's like it was last winter.
I
as
already-
late as mid to kind of that third week of October.
Okay.
And then, but be sure, because once you put the seed down, you really, if you don't get rain, you really need to
Yeah, and
have plans in place
I
to
can't.
water.
I've tried this early spring, and I watered, and then I watered, and I had grass come up, but
Mhm.
then we got the high temperatures, and
It just,
it just burned up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turned it to
So-
scorched earth, and what
Yeah.
am I going to do about that?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I've got to
right.
work the area and
Go
and
at
plant
it
some
again.
more. Yeah, go
And
at
I
it
mean,
again.
and that's really what you have to do with lawn anyway. It's good with lawn to kind of seed through the entire time that you're living in a house.
The Extension is looking to promote their services by way of a program that they're calling Taste of the Extension. It's scheduled for Friday, October 24th from 4:30 to 7 p.m. at their Taylorville office at 1120 North Webster Street in Taylorville.
Folks are just invited out to see what Extension has to offer them in the way of services and
Programs.
things that are interesting. So 4-H, some of the food prep
Mhm.
information that they give, believe it or not, they still help you test your canners, I believe.
Yes,
Your
yeah.
pressure cookers, and give you some advice on that. So, and we're going to be there offering a trio of programs, I guess. So we're going to be doing
Herbs.
an herbal experience. So we
Yes.
haven't quite gelled this one completely yet. But between us, we've got between 15 and 20 herbs that we're going to bring in some form or fashion and let people maybe guess what they are, guess what they're used for.
Used for.
More information on the University of Illinois Extension and the Taste of the Extension program coming up is available at extension.illinois.edu. Gwen Podesky and Sandy Klein both appeared as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. The clock is ticking yet again on another government shutdown, and even with a stronghold on Capitol Hill, Republicans need Democratic support. Illinois Senator and Democrat Dick Durbin, who's not seeking re-election this coming year, is willing to rally Democrats to work with Republicans on a bill to keep the government open. This week, Republicans unveiled a stopgap bill that would extend the current funding levels. However, it still needs to pass the House and in the Senate. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news. And moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
And friends often are confronted with dozens of decisions about the funeral arrangements. Sutton Memorial Homes in Taylorville and Nokomis have been helping families in the area for over 55 years with these often difficult decisions. They offer pre-planning, traditional funerals, and cremation. Austin and the staff at Sutton Memorial Homes' goal is to make your family's transition easier in their time of need. Sutton Memorial Homes, where caring is what they do best.
85-year-old Lois Catherine Vaughn of Taylorville died on September 15th. Visitation is today, September 18th, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be September 18th at 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Interment will be at Glenhaven Memorial Gardens. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 39-year-old Robert Sampson of Taylorville will have a visitation on September 19th from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be September 20th at 2 p.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 95-year-old Helen Covington of Stonington died on September 14th. Visitation is tomorrow, September 19th, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be on September 19th at 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Burial will be at Old Stonington Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. 91-year-old Geraldine Lucille, or Jerry Gordon of Taylorville, died on September 11th. Visitation is September 20th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. A memorial mass will be on September 20th at 11 a.m. at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. Interment will be at Old Stonington Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and cremation services in Taylorville. Paula J. Koonsman of Shelbyville, formerly of Warrensburg, will have a celebration of life being planned for her for October 12th of 2025. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Howe and Yawkey Funeral Home in Shelbyville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or hear them every hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.